Xavier Wills, RX Muscle Australia. I'm here with Joey, Bender and Sam Grachan. We're here at the 2012 INBA Tasmanian Bodybuilding Championships. It's all done for another year. He was here last year, Joey. Back for another year. Yeah, it went on. It goes for quite a while when you go and comp week after week. But yeah, it's a great show. Record turnout, sold out about a week out from his show. What do you think of the show, Joey?
Yeah, I thought it was unreal. It was just, it's always good. The INBA always put on a good show. They really look after their athletes. Every athlete I talked to today were really impressed. They got a lot of freebies, even just for competing, a t-shirt and everything. So everyone was happy. Dragged on a little bit, but that's because of the amount of competitors they had, so you couldn't really do much about that.
Yeah, that's it. It was a great show. You enjoyed it, Sam?
Yeah, it was really well put together, and saw there was a massive pile of lollies out the back. That was pretty hard to go out there and walk past, but for all the competitors, which I thought was pretty good. I didn't get that.
Obviously, I was still dieting, so we'll go right from the start. Up first, we have the sports model women. We had Alison Caution coming out on top. It was a close class. There was a lot. There's 14 girls in this class all up, so it's obviously a hard one to judge. Did you agree with the decision, Joey?
Oh well, I mean, I'm not the best at judging on women, but when they all came out, they all looked so good. Chelsea Reid, who didn't play, she looked good, and was it Charlie Robinson?
Yeah, Charlie Robinson,
they looked good as well, but they didn't place. But then again, Molly Dabner, who looked really great, I thought all the way through, she got second. I was happy with that. She trains at our gym in downtown, but yeah, it was really, I was pretty shocked. I mean, I didn't really see Alison Caution winning it, but she did look great, but I thought maybe a few other girls could have topped her on that.
You know what, after I heard, when I talked to Amanda Franciscity, when I talked to her about the criteria, this division I was going for a harder look. It's like a harder bikini type thing, this division, sports model. I actually kind of agreed with the decision. She had, a bit of hardness, she had a bit of everything. She had a good overall physique, Alison did. We had Molly Dabner coming in second. She looked really good.
Yeah, she did look really good. I know Molly personally, she's a really nice girl. I had lunch with her before, and she said that we all had lunch, and she said that she'd done a 3-week prep, and she was pretty keen to get into it next year, so well done to her. I think she was a bit shocked with placing that high. I mean, how many competitors were there? 16 or something? 14 competitors, so it was really good by her, and I think she was the only one from Hobart competing, maybe 2 from Hobart, so it just goes to show Lonnie are coming up on us. So
yeah, a lot of Lonnie competitors. A lot of Lonnie competitors. Then up next we had the men's sports model or male model, and Matt Little won that one. That
one's just not talk about
that. Yeah, you don't know how to judge this. It's hard to judge. Matt Little probably deserved it. There's a few other guys there. It was a very close class. You didn't see this one, Sam, I assume?
No, I think I was actually having a massive toilet break at that time.
Okay,
yeah. Try to make it as long as possible. Try and miss it, I think.
Get back for women. Yeah. All right. Up next we had the teenage men, and my client and friend Dylan DiGiovanni came in, conquered, easily won this class, I think. Do you agree, Sam?
Yeah, saw him last week, and this week it looks a lot harder since been working with you, which is really good.
Of course.
Under your guidance there, Xavier. Yeah, it looked really good, improved a lot. So.
Yeah, I think he came in a lot tighter. His legs were harder than the Nabba show, and yeah, his front double bicep is just insane. So he just opens up on that pose and just dominates.
Yep. Yeah, agree with everything.
Yeah. Cool. Next we have the junior men. Really, it was a one-man race. Issa Dumboya.
Yeah.
Dumboya. That's probably as close as I can get. He is a freak. He's like, you caught him last year when he competed Mini Dexter Jackson.
Yeah.
He's got that shredded condition, looks insane, really good shapes, very short, which kind of holds him back a little bit. He wasn't far off the overall. What do you think?
Man, I thought it was close for the overall. I would probably, just because of how complete he was. He's a tiny little fella, and obviously people are a lot taller and wider than him, but he just looks so complete. It's kind of like, that Dexter Jackson look against that bigger guys back in 08 when he was dominating. So I could have seen him winning easily, but obviously the judges saw it differently. But Junior, I mean, without a doubt, he was unreal, and everyone was in awe.
What do you think of this, Sam?
This guy, man, I just couldn't stop looking at him. It was getting a bit awkward. Like, definitely had the.
Your eyes are drawn to him.
Yeah, the best. Biggest package on stage as well, even though for a little guy I was like, hang on a minute, like, what's going on?
He was impressed. He was impressed overall. Up next we have the Figure International. We had it was a close one, Joey. We had Sarah Stacey coming in second.
Yeah.
Controversial, but on the criteria that they judge for Figure International on, they go for the slightly softer look. the slightly less muscular look as well, which obviously Stephanie Happel had.
Yep.
I thought she looked really good. I didn't recognise her on stage. I know her personally, but I didn't even know it was her on stage until I looked at the competitors list.
Yep.
What did you think of the decision? I know you had Sarah winning, but under the criteria, what did you think?
Yeah, well, when Sarah came up on stage, obviously you couldn't really look at anyone but her because she looked so good, presented herself perfectly. And then when Steph, who also looked great, she won, everyone was like, what the hell's gone on? Why did Sarah not win? But then when Sarah kind of explained the criteria, you understand. But then again, it goes to show that I think women's figure are the really dominating figures within the female fitness industry, because when they're on stage you don't look at anyone but them because they just present themselves so well. So obviously Steph won, but Sarah, she had the best physique of the day, obviously winning the overall.
Yep. Now I think Steph looked absolutely terrific. I was very impressed with how she looked. We'll move on to the bikini women, the bikini model. Shani Wright, Fabian Truman, our good friend's fiance, comes in. Hands down, I think she looked terrific. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I think it was good. Shani and Bronte are good friends. They came in 1-2, and definitely Shani number 1 looked very well good.
Yeah, I think it was one of the best judged classes of the day. I think, Shani in first, Bronte in second was definitely the way it should have gone. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, Shani, I knew it from like the minute, when she walked out, just like Fabian really, when she walked out, she really, they've got that presence. I think as a couple, I mean, they just got that sort of presence. She just looked great. It's very hard for women, especially in bikini, to kind of hold poses without getting a bit of cellulite and everything, but she had no cellulite.
She had no shake. She had no shake like a lot of women.
Yeah, she was just all nice and tight, and I was talking to her. I was talking to her, and she said in the future she'd really like to go into figure, and I think that'd be a good idea because she looks great, and she does have that sort of physique that could go well in figure. Yeah.
Now, in the novice mix physique, I was impressed with this, that there was so many new competitors, we had Kate Prosella, I don't know how to pronounce that. She looked phenomenal. She was the one in the pink suit, if you remember. I think she looked really, really good. Did you think she deserved to win this class? I kind of picked it, but did you think?
Yeah. I mean, I thought she looked good. There were a few competitors in there, but she was more the standout the whole way through. So no shocking there. It was just how it went.
Yep. Now, next we have the Masters men, Masters and Grandmasters men. There's 2 classes here, obviously 2 guys in each division. There's a guy in each of the divisions that shocked the hell out of me. They were both shredded as hell, looked awesome. We had Tony GMI in the Masters men, the regular Masters men. He challenged the overall. I thought he might have had the overall even. He looked absolutely phenomenal. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I think his posing was really good as well. Just like really well finished, and condition was just like crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, sure. We had Kerry Greentree in the Grandmasters men. He looked really good, shredded, ripped to the bone.
He was diced,
Good posing routine too, good music.
Yeah, he did. How old was that guy?
I'm not sure, but he was well into his 50s, so...
Yeah, he looked fairly old. I'd say he's even over his 60s, but, man...
Don't pre-age him.
No, well, I mean, he was diced and great condition, and, I mean, he was in the overall lineup. I mean, he probably would have got top 3, in that overall lineup.
I reckon probably 4th.
Yeah, it was really good. And the other fellow, what was his name? Number 61, wasn't it?
I'll get back to my shirt. We had Tony GMI.
Yeah, he was unreal as well.
He was.
And I think they're good friends as well.
Are they?
Yeah, okay. They seem to be on
good
stage
story.
touching each other.
Alright, next up we had the intermediate men. The overall winner came from this. That's Matt Burgess. He looked phenomenal for me. It was a close overall for me. I don't know if I would have had Matt winning or the Masters guy winning or even Issa winning. What do you think about, we won't even talk about this division so much as we'll talk about the overall. What did you think of the overall decision?
Matt, from last year when we saw him compete, he put on a lot more size and condition was the same if not better. Had a lot more separation in his legs, so he was really good, but then it was as you said, it was really tight. Personally, I liked Issa the most, but I'm not disappointed or anything. I don't think it's a controversial win by Matt. I think it's just the way it played out, and they all looked very good, and anyone could have won it.
I think it's very hard to judge. I don't know if I would have had Issa or if I would have had Matt or who I would have had. I think Matt has some more muscle. I think Issa, when you actually really look at him, his condition comes through, and you notice that he's absolutely shredded. But sometimes you don't notice the lack of muscle that he has. because he actually does look quite small when you actually just look at the amount of muscle he has. What did you think of the overall decision, Sam?
I'm just glad I wasn't judging it because it was so close. They were out there posing their asses off and had to get water up on stage. It was just, yeah, it was pretty hard to pick, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Next we had the Miss Physique Open class.
Yeah.
This was another tight one as well. There's three really good women in this class. We had Sharon Williams, Clarissa Hughes and Stephanie Happel. It was pretty much, I think it was a battle between Stephanie Happel and Sharon Williams. I probably would have had Steph winning this personally, just based on aesthetics, but obviously in that Miss Physique they go for the harder look, and Sharon took it.
Yep. Well, I mean, Steph, she won her figure international, which was more her style, more her class, so she'd be happy with that. And Sharon obviously won, what was it? The open, yeah, which was more suited to her criteria.
Yeah, the harder.
But there's too many criterias for women. I mean, there's like a criteria for each woman that's a lot like in kind of competing. They put them each into, you know, I like the men's bodybuilding where the leanest, the hardest, and the biggest wins. So a lot easier to tell. But yeah, sure. They all look good today.
You agree with the decision?
Yeah, I would have definitely how I would have called it is how it was called. So
of course, you're always right.
Yeah, I am.
Then we had obviously.
I'm not, though.
No, you're not. Then we have the routines up next. There's some entertaining routines in there from Brent Bastian with the scream mask. That was
yeah, that was good.
That was really funny.
He was a big dude. He was about 6 weeks out, I think, but he was big.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
If he was conditioned, he would
have challenged for the overall. He would have challenged for the overall.
Big arms.
Pookie obviously did his routine. It was a good routine. I think he looked awesome. I don't know if we covered Pookie's routine division. He won the open men's. Oh, here we go. I skipped over the open men. We had Brent Bastian, we had Ian Pook, we had Stuart Cook, and a very disappointed Alfred Corker coming in fourth, who walked off the stage during the photos. Yes, he did. Yes, he wasn't very happy.
He was pinching everyone's lollies out the back.
Of course. I think Pookie was a unanimous winner in this class. Do you agree?
Yeah, Pookie looked unreal. He didn't have Matt Roach to steal it off him like last week.
The genetic freak.
Yeah, the genetic freak doesn't train and just comes in and wins. But Pookie worked hard. This is probably the one he wanted.
Yeah.
Competing against all the other guys who were also natural. And yeah, Alfred, I mean, normally he loves his posing routine, so you could tell he's pissed off when he didn't come back on to do six pack.
Yeah, he's definitely disappointed with that. And we also had Issa with a great routine as well. Quite entertaining. And yeah, that's about it for the over. We can't forget to mention the figure overall.
Oh,
Sarah Stacey looked phenomenal. I think it was hands down. For me, it was hands down. Did you agree?
Oh man. Yeah, easy.
She should go to nationals because she would do really well over there.
She should do the nationals in every federation.
Yeah, she should.
She'd win probably a class in every single one of them because she's that good. She's that good.
Tight, great midsection. I mean, it's not often you see a woman with such great abs like Eleanor Reedy and that sort of. She's in a high calibre and I reckon she'd do well in NABBA and IFBB as well. So well done to her, and I hope she competes because she'll make a bit of a name for Tassie girls. Which Amanda's done, but I mean, I think Sarah's even on a higher level than Amanda, as good as Amanda is.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's got that bit more maturity than Amanda, and yeah, I think she'll do great things on a national level if she chooses to do that. So that's about it from Sam Grachan, Joey Bender, Xavier Wills from the 2012 INBA Tasmanian Bodybuilding Championships. RX Muscle Australia, we're out.